Well, hello world. Welcome to another installation of Gospel Jazz Connection here on your number one station. Right now, we're listening to some Lee Whitnar, the best of Rocking With You. And you know what? Today, for those just joining us for the first time, we bring you the best in smooth jazz, which you'll hear in the background, but the best interviews from some of the tightest entrepreneurs, singers, artists, whatever background they're doing and they're performing in. Believe me, we're picking them from the best, and the day is no different. And so today, we're just getting over this weekend, because after we left last week, then the unthinkable came in. You know, not that murders don't happen all day and all night in Southern California, and in the world as it is, but this happened to hit home because this was somebody that we knew, that I knew personally, was in school. My daughter went to school together, and you know, affected a lot of the lives in the political arena, in the social arena, in the music arena. And it was just, it's a waste to find somebody who's young and on a mission to change lives, change destiny, and see them cut short in their young age. But like some of us see into a little further ahead than just what happens in the newspaper and read or hear on the news. And we know that when it's your time for your destiny, that's what you've got to do. And some have moved on at a young age, and we may not understand it, but that's their life plan. And so today we're talking about life changes. And we're going to talk about some of the changes that have moved us as a people, moved us as a community, and moved us as a nation. And so it's a great loss for us to have lost our guy, Nipsey Hussle, due to, you know, craziness. Let me put it like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put any judgment down, but those of us that know that haters will have with us always. And no matter what you're doing, you're going to have somebody that doesn't like what you're doing and will try to dethrone you. Let's put it like that. We're just being politically correct today. And so this is D-Nice, and this is the Gospel Jazz Connection. And so we're just going to have music and conversation for the next hour. So this is a time when you can just really sit back, relax, and watch with your ear. I love that groove. Wow. Lee Whitnar, we started out with Early AM Attitude, and now this one's called Rio Funk. Now, Rio, R-I-O, not Rio, Rio. Okay. So that flavor is going to bring us into this next transition, bringing into focus Our Lady of the hour, of the day, of the show, Miss Linda Coleman Willis. And this young lady, man, let me tell you something. She has got so many accolades behind her. It's just a blessing to have her on the team, you know what I'm saying? Because she's a professional writer of great acclaim. Many books out there that have been bestsellers. She also came from the business world. They stole her from the business world. Her life changes, and she'll tell you a little bit more about it, but she was a monster in the business world. Now she does her motivational speaking, her life coaching, and just showing people how to change their lifestyle too. And we're glad to have her with us here on the Gospel Jazz Connection. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Miss Linda Coleman Willis. Linda, thanks for joining us.
Oh, I am so excited to be here, Dee. I am too sad that we lost a young man because we think that wisdom only comes with age, but we have some really bright young people out there doing things, and it's really a tragedy when we lose one of them that they're leading the way for being positive and for returning to their community and making a commitment to make a change in that community. So I didn't know him personally. I only read about him. I saw the big signs they had up in Hollywood once he won the Grammy, I believe it was. But
nominated.
Nominated.
Right.
But you could tell by the way the city turned out on his behalf and the caliber of people and the number of people that he was someone that was very well respected. And
that's a good thing, to be well respected. And, you know, the gist of it is here, I pull away lessons learned, is that you don't know basically what your gift is until you start performing in it. And you never know who's listening until sometimes the sound is quiet. And then you hear the voices around you. Mm-hmm. But when you're in the middle of doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're doing your job. You don't hear anything because you're on focus. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're in your calling. You're in your mission. And I had a young minister singer tell me years ago, Norman Hutchinson, and he said, you know what? He said, you know when you're doing what it is you're called to do, when you can wake up and do it 24 hours a day, not get paid for it, still wake up the next day and want to do it. It took me a while to figure that out, but then I got it. I'm like, okay, you're right. This is what I like to do, and I'm going to stay with it. And so I quit trying to follow the corporate path of what they wanted me to do. And I made it my mission to do what I wanted to do. And I've been happy in my life because of it. And nothing they can do, the money or nothing they can offer me, can take away the peace of mind that I've gained by doing it my way. So no, Linda, I got you. And we go way back in there. So we've been a part of watching the books and reading the Loving Yourself First and finding out that sometimes you got to. Because people will make you think that, you know what I'm saying, what their agenda is so important. And after a while, you get to doubting yourself and saying, why am I here? I'm just a part of the cog. I'm just a part. But you're not. You're not. Because when you find out you're in your zone, and you make that life change that lets you say that this is what I want to do the rest of my life. I'm good at this and I can do it. And you proceed in doing that one there. Guess what? Then you're making your own way, your own impact in life. And anybody else trying to see you climb oftentimes will try to sell you a program, a package program to where you're part of the package. No, you're not. You're part of God's package. You're part of the worldly package in a whole, because your destiny combined with your destiny, my destiny, and other destinies make together the full picture. And if one piece is missing out, there's just still the puzzle's there. There's just a few pieces missing. Okay? So for somebody to let you say, oh, well, you're just a little piece, you're insignificant. In their world, you may be insignificant. In your world, you're very significant. And you keep doing what you do and follow. Believe me, you're going to find that significance in a real way, because people will let you know. Because you cannot hide a light for too long. Put your hand over a candle and try to hide it. After a while, you'll have to move it because you'll feel that heat, won't you? And that's what we talk about. And so we appreciate you coming and, you know, bringing that light and then bringing the awareness. And you'll be doing that again today. And we always love hearing from you. And you have somebody that you were able to bring in today, Linda?
Yes, I do. The Black Writers on Tour, Black Business Expo was last month. And I met a few people, but there's always someone that just really stands out. And this young man was one of those people. We had a conversation, and I'm like, my goodness, we need you on the show. Right. And I think it's a perfect time, too, Dee, because he is a young man. He's 20 years old. He's an artist, entrepreneur, native Californian. He's a graduate of the Conservatory for the Performing Arts, Ontario, California. He is a singer, songwriter, and music producer whose works can be heard on iTunes, YouTube, and other online music outlets. He also produces and promotes other artists, and he has some artists that are out there doing their thing. He is a young man with grand ideas and big dreams and the determination to make them come true. And he's never at a loss for words. Mr. Callie Weil. Hi, Callie.
How you guys doing? It's been amazing so far. It's been beautiful. I love every word that's been said. I feel in the right place. I feel at home. Thank you guys for having me this evening. It's been a great time.
It's a pleasure. We're going to talk about some of the things that you've done, but I just want to say something that leads into some of the things you have been doing. I am reading a book, and the book is called Brother to Brother, Black Men Speak to Young Black Men. And these are a group of men from all over the country. They don't know each other, but they decided that they wanted to talk to young black men. So, Callie, knowing you're on the path, and I know that you have some stories to tell about getting